Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajmain, amma ba'd. Pemirsa Ilham TV yang dirahmati Allah Subhanahu wa taala, bagaimana kabar kalian hari ini? Semoga senantiasa dalam keadaan sehat walafiat semuanya. Amin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Baiklah, pada video kita kali ini kita akan menyaksikan sebuah kisah mu'alaf dari wanita asal Amerika. Baik, langsung saja kita simak video berikut ini.
Sleeping, talking, the way I dress, every single thing. I can connect with my spirituality and demonstrate my faith through those actions. So, alhamdulillah, I converted. I finally took the decision. I was like full on into it. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm gonna convert. Oh, I also, before that, I started eating halal before I converted. I took baby steps into it, baby steps. I had been vegetarian on and off for the years before. I really loved meat, but I struggled being vegetarian. But there's something about the mass production and the treatment of animals that it never resonated well with me. It never sat well with me. So when I learned about halal and how it's a conscious way of eating, you're aware of what you're putting into your body, you're aware of where your meat comes from. In order for it to be halal, it has to be treated humanely. There's a lot of these, it's kind of like free range, like organic. There's a whole thing, a whole list of standards in order for it to be halal. And all of these things, I was like, wow, this is a very conscious and a really good way of eating. I really liked the thought that I had to put it. And having dietary restrictions I think it's a good thing. I think it's good to not just consume whatever comes in front of you. You know, to think about what you're eating, where it came from, all these things. So yeah, so I converted to Islam. Finally, I made the decision. I was full on into it. I was fully confident in what I was deciding in my decision. And so at that time, my husband and I, we were still friends at the time, we were friends for about 2 years. We really knew each other. Like, we were living together in separate rooms, but in the same place. We spent almost every day together. Like, we were really good friends. And I fell in love with him. It was great because he had already been my best friend. And so, alhamdulillah, the feeling was mutual. And, you know, we had great intentions. We loved each other. So we're like, let's get married. We knew each other. It's not like we had not known each other already. We knew each other very well. So, alhamdulillah, we got married in 2019. It's been incredible. I'm so happy to have met him, for him to have introduced this into my life. And I'm so thankful for his approach that he had while teaching me Islam. It was never forceful. It was never in a way that he thought his way of life was better than mine. He had this approach that I think all Muslims should incorporate when they're talking about Islam or talking about their faith. That he just had such a peaceful way of teaching me Islam. So that's actually why I'm in India right now, because I'm here visiting his family. They live in India. He's from India, and it's incredible. It's honestly incredible. I'm just so thankful for everything that Islam has brought into my life. Like, literally, Islam has allowed me to flourish in every single part of my life. If you flourish in one part of your life, you'll flourish in the other parts as well. And by connecting with my spirituality, by connecting with Allah, by all of these things, it just brought so much peace and tranquility into all of my life. My faith has really allowed me to become the best version of myself in everything. Question that I often get asked as a convert or revert. For those of you who don't know, convert and revert is the same thing. For any non-Muslims who might be watching this, it's just that we like to say revert because we believe that everyone is born believing in one God, believing that there's one superpower creator, which is, we consider Allah. Allah is just the Arabic word for God. It's not some special God that we worship, it's just God. That's what we believe Allah is. So revert just means that we're returning to our natural state, which is a servant of God, pretty much. So even after I had connected with Islam in my heart, and I knew in my heart that I wanted to convert, the number one thing that was holding me back was, how are my friends and family going to react? I had been a very anti-religious person my entire life. So for me to kind of like all of a sudden I was very into Islam. And I felt like a hypocrite. I felt like, how are my friends and family going to react? I've always been the person that like, oh, religion is bad, all these things. So I was really hesitant about telling them. That was the number one thing holding me back from like publicly coming out as Muslim and fully converting. You know, I had a new way of life that I was going to live. And I was thinking, are they going to accept it? Is it going to be hard? Am I going to lose friends? Is my family going to be critical of me wanting to convert? Are they going to think that I converted for this man? Are they going to think that he forced me? You know, all these misconceptions about Islam. I had so many thoughts racing through my head. I was so scared. But alhamdulillah, my family and friends fully embraced my decision to follow Islam. I had let this fear of criticism of others hold me back from making such a great decision for my life. And when I finally told them, they were so accepting of me. Alhamdulillah, I have such a great family. I'm so proud of my family. I'm more proud of my family after this because of how willing they fully accepted me and my decision to convert to Islam. They fully accepted my husband. They never questioned anything. They had some questions about Islam. For example, what is hijab? Why do you wear it? Do you wear it for your husband? And of course, I told them, no, I don't wear it for my husband. It's my decision only. There's no force in hijab. All these things. Of course, they had some misconceptions because Islam is so poorly represented everywhere. So, alhamdulillah, they fully embraced it. They fully embraced it. And I'm so happy to say as well that his family fully embraced me. In India, intercultural marriages are not so common. And sometimes they have a bad stigma to them, especially with Americans. They're very skeptical of them because Americans have a high divorce rate, all these things. But his family fully accepted me. They fully accepted me. His family, I consider them 100% my own family. They're 100% my own family. And they're the most loving, caring people I've ever met. Alhamdulillah. They're incredible. They've taught me more about Islam. I'm so happy, alhamdulillah, with my experience. And I consider myself very lucky for this because I know, unfortunately, so many Muslim reverts, they don't have this experience. They face criticism from their family, their friends. And then also, unfortunately, so many times when Muslim reverts enter the Muslim community, they face criticism as well. That, oh, you don't know the right way, you don't know. A lot of people doubt our knowledge as Muslim reverts because we're new to the religion. Alhamdulillah, for me, I had a good experience with the Muslim community as well. Everyone was welcoming. They treated me like any other Muslim. It was incredible. Everything for me, alhamdulillah, has been a great experience, so I'm very thankful for that. So as I said, my husband's family is obviously Muslim, but from my family, I am the first Muslim ever. With my friends, until I met my friends that were with my husband, I had no friends that were Muslim. Now, alhamdulillah, I can say I have many friends. All of my friends that I had before I converted to Islam are still my best friends today. They're always willing to adjust and compromise to my new lifestyle, always. They fully accept it. They love learning about it. They have all these questions. It's great. I have not lost any friends due to me becoming a Muslim, alhamdulillah. And my new Muslim friends, it's great as well. We share, we learn, we grow in our faith together. It's incredible. So overall, it's been an amazing experience for me. I'm very much into Islam. I love learning about Islam. I love increasing my faith every day. I have an Instagram account dedicated to Islam, modest fashion. It's also my personal account. I share some things about my family, my husband, and things on there. But I'm trying to dedicate it to Islam, convert help, modest fashion, lifestyle, Islamic lifestyle, things like that. I also have a TikTok account dedicated to these things. And I also have a personal blog that I've really dedicated to kind of teaching about the basic things of Islam. For any Muslim converts who might be looking for sources or perspectives on certain things, why Muslims do what they do. Because I know that when I was a convert, all of these types of things helped me a lot. And it really, really helped me connect with Islam. So I'm hoping that now that I'm a Muslim, I can help other converts do the same thing as that. I'm so happy to share my path with my journey with Islam, with other converts, Muslims, non-Muslims, everyone. So maybe they can be inspired the way that I was inspired by other people as well to make this decision. I would love it if you would follow me on Instagram, TikTok, my blog, so I can share more of my experiences of Islam with you and just my life after I've converted. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Itulah tadi kisah mu'alaf dari Amerika, seorang wanita asal Amerika yang begitu bahagia menerima Islam dan mendapatkan suami yang soleh, insya Allah. Semoga Allah memberikan rahmat dan hidayah kepada keluarga mereka semuanya. Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Sampai di sini dulu perjumpaan kita. Jangan lupa bagi Anda yang telah menyaksikan video ini untuk klik like, share, dan subscribe channel Ilham TV. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.